This is a super middleweight contest over 6 rounds. You're watching us live on Max Television from the Bukom Boxing Arena. Officials for this bout: Clement Ashon is Judge 1, Memesa Kako is Judge 2, and Nathaniel Oben is Judge number 3. Now introducing the boxer fighting out from the blue corner, and this is a boxer with a weight of 165 pounds, and this evening is spotted in the blue and white trunks with black shoe and blue gloves to match. From the Charles Corte Boxing Foundation, presenting to you a boxer who is making his debut today, Hamed Mohammed. Switching over to the red corner, and this is another boxer making his debut today with the weight of 166 pounds from the Fifth Square Boxing Gymnasium under the tutelage of Coach Latekwe Late. Presenting to you the man, Elvis Ahorgah. And the referee for this bout is Erasmus O.
Introduction of the boxers over. They will go through the last minute instructions with referee Erasmus Owu, and then any moment from now we will start this bout. Elvis Ahorgah taking on Hamed Mohammed. Elvis Ahorgah is representing the Fifth Square, whilst from the Charles Corte Boxing Foundation comes Hamed Mohammed.
Round
Super middleweight contest. This is scheduled for 6 rounds. That's the first punch, and it's a very big one from Elvis Ahorgah, the chap in the all black trunks, and Hamed is in the purple and white. It's the first time of asking for Elvis, his first professional bout, and let's see how he will endear himself to the fans here. Nice body shots. Tries to land one to the head of Hamed. Seems to have some very solid punches, Elvis Ahorgah. Hamed at the receiving end at this stage. It's just the first round. Hamed throws a wild one. Elvis coming forward, and then he misses with a wild punch. It's virtually a give and receive at this stage. Hamed comes in, tries to get to the body, and then one to the head. Good block by Elvis. Big one to the body, and then a big one to the head of Hamed. Another one to the head. Puts him in the corner, Elvis. Dishing a couple of blows to the head and the body of Hamed. Hamed comes out unscathed. Elvis timing his blows nicely. Some big shots to the body of Hamed. Missing that closely. Missing again, but this time to the head. Another one through the guard. Hamed tries to respond. He receives one to the head. And Elvis is in definite control of this super middleweight encounter. Wild throw by Hamed. Another wild one. Couple of wild misses there. Honorable Ni Elante Vanderpoel. I'm sure a lot of memories are running through his head. Ghana has produced some very good super middleweights once upon a time. Good shot to the body. Hamed at the receiving end once again. And then through the guard, Elvis pins him to the corner. Gets a couple of body shots on him. Referee watching closely. The fans, they love this. And then a big one to Hamed. Now puts him in his own corner. Tries to finish the bout there. Bell goes. Saved by the bell. Hamed has really received some punishment.
Well, I thought we'd see some explosive bout, but this one extremely special. I mean, we've not seen a boxer come out straight from the bell and is throwing big punches. And Elvis here has shown that he has a big punch. He's connecting very well. You love his left foot hooks, and there he gets the opening with a jab, and then he goes for the power punches. Yeah, he's going for the body punch. He's going for those straight hooks, and he's been landing excellently well. For Hamed, well, I think he has a good chin. Other than that, he should be visiting the canvas with such an explosive, power punches from Elvis. There, you see Elvis going for the body shot. He's been tremendous here in the first round. Lovely bout. There. Just look at the combination. Look at his movement. I mean, he knows he has the power punch, Elvis, and he gets those power punches straight into the face, straight into the body.
Second round.
Great move. Great bout that we've seen here.
So we'll continue with the action and the fun. This is round 2. It's a super middleweight contest scheduled for 6. And in the black trunks is Elvis Ahorgah representing the Fit Square Boxing Club. Hamed Mohammed did take some punishment in the first round, but still on his feet. And it looks like Elvis is continuing from where he left off in the first round. Hamed tries to penetrate the guard. Now he's at the receiving end. Hamed is still on his feet. So Hamed tries to get back into the competition with a few punches. He's missing quite a couple. Some wild punches there. Missed narrowly. And then it's Elvis who takes over now. Couldn't penetrate that guard of Hamed. Still putting the pressure on. Times a few of his shots and misses Elvis. He definitely will need some time to perfect the shots, Elvis. This is just his first professional fight. And not too sure, but it looks like Hamed seems to be bleeding from the nose. He's taking quite a few shots to the head. And then lands a big one. Elvis still keeping the pressure. Lands a big one to the head. And then another one. Hamed still on his feet. Good recovery by the boxer from the Charles Quarty Boxing Foundation. Saved by the ropes. Hamed still survives. Elvis Ahorgah now pins him to the ropes. Couple of punches, not penetrating the guard really. Hamed will come forward again. Wild throw there, and then another wild one. Hamed still on his feet. Hamed throws in a few punches of his own. He's taking a bashing on the head. Seems to be bleeding from the nose. Into the last seconds. Well, there it is.
Another brilliant display from Elvis Ahorgah. I mean, he knows when to use the jab and when to go for the power punch. He's been doing that excellently well. And that's how come Hamed is bleeding from the nose. He's taking some hefty punches. But what I've seen is that Hamed knows how to put a rear guard on his face. He's blocking many of the straight punches from Elvis. But what Elvis has been able to do is to get in the combination. And this time around, Elvis sometimes wants to go for the body shot just to weaken the guard of Hamed. He's not been able to get it down, but he's been getting some excellent shots, straight power punch into the face of Hamed. And it has been a dominant performance from Elvis Ahorgah, who comes from the Western region.
It's getting hotter, it's getting more exciting. You need not leave your TV sets, not even for a second. It's round 3 of this super middleweight contest. It's scheduled for 6. Elvis Ahorgah in black. This time Hamed opens up nicely. Tries to land a big one, but he misses. And Elvis once again has a go on the head and the body. Working on the body now, Elvis. Wonderful body shots from Elvis Ahorgah. And Hamed is still bleeding from the nose. And he's landing a couple of some quality punches there as well. Will that be enough to keep Elvis Ahorgah at bay? Hamed obviously a very sturdy boxer. And most fans are of the opinion that he could have gone down on his feet. He could have hit the canvas. Now pinned Elvis. Elvis takes over now. Couple of shots to the body and to the head. Working on the body now, Elvis. Hamed throws a big one but misses. And rather walks into a soft punch from Elvis. Good display by Elvis, especially in the first 2 rounds. And both boxers obviously tired. Hamed lands one to the head of Elvis and receives the applause. He lands the second one. It looks like Elvis is now on the receiving end, but responds with a few punches of his own. And the boxing pundits here love what they're seeing. Hamed has done very well. Misses with a wild punch. And Elvis goes to the body once again. Another wild miss by both boxers. Both boxers obviously tired. Ducking out of that punch, Elvis. And then one to the head of Hamed. Still on his feet. An uppercut, wild miss. And referee Erasmus O will come in and save the day, telling them exactly what to do. Missed by Hamed. Elvis goes in, times his punch very well. And this is how their round would end.
Yo, fellas, sing the song for the one you love.
What we have witnessed is 2 boxers who do not want to give up. It's been exciting, it's been pretty good. You love the energy from these 2 boxers. Now, one thing that we've seen here, and I'm sure Elvis Ahorgah will be asking himself, what can I do more to get Hamed on the canvas? Hamed has been taking some very solid big punches, but he's still standing on his feet, he's taking the punches, and he's very, very resilient. He's coming back, throwing some, smart jabs and smart punches straight to Elvis, and he has been an explosive bout. There you see Hamed bleeding from the nose from those power punches from Elvis, but he's still taking the punches. He's still coming back with his. He's been really a warrior in the ring, Hamed, because I'm just looking at the replays, and it seems Elvis has been landing some hefty big punches, but yes, still Hamed still standing out and throwing some counter punches.
Round 4.
It's been an interesting 3 rounds of boxing for these debutant boxers. They're giving in everything they have and everything they've got. Temporary break for now, as Hamed would have to get his guard mouthpiece refixed, and then we can continue. Super middleweight encounter scheduled for 6 rounds. Wild miss there from Elvis. Hamed has his guard up. Tries well to prevent the punches from going through, but that one landed nicely. The corner and the cutman has been working on the bleeding nose of Hamed. But anytime he comes back, it continues. Now, he is dishing out some punches. Elvis is under pressure. Oh, that's a wild one to Hamed. Receive that straight in the face. Elvis takes, he receives, and the referee would separate the two boxers. That's a big one. He's saved by the ring, nearly went down. Hamed is very lucky to be on his feet. Saved by the ropes. And then a big one again goes to the ropes. And then now Elvis wants to finish up the fight now. The resilience of Hamed obviously keeping him on his toes. Receives one to the head. Elvis receives a punch to the head as well. Hamed trying to work through the guard. And Elvis ducks nicely at the right time. It's been very exciting, this bout. It's a give and receive affair from two boxers who are mounting the ring for the very first time. Hamed seems dazed. Lands a big one, and then Elvis sends a response. Goes through the guard a few times. But Hamed is still on his feet. The fans are getting behind them. Oh, one-way traffic now. Elvis is throwing everything at Hamed. Hamed quickly retaliates with one. Watching this fight closely is the former chairman of the GBA, Mr. Peter Zwenis, loving every bit of it. End of the round.
What a brave heart Hamed Mohammed has. He's been very brave, taking some big punches. He's still standing on his toes. He's still throwing some counter punches, and that's very, very amazing. But for Elvis Ahorgah, he's been the much dominant force throughout the rounds. He's been showing his power. He's been showing how good he is, with those hooks there, and that wonderful hook again, and straight punch into the face of Hamed. This is what we've seen throughout the whole round. Dominant performance from Elvis, but I'm still thinking he will be asking questions. What more can I do to get Hamed on the canvas? He's been going for the body shot. He's been going for the straight power punches. Still, Hamed seems to be on his feet. And this is brilliant boxing at its best.
Second out. Round 5.
Round 5 it is. Bell has gone. The seconds are taking a while before they leave the ring, but finally they do so. And Erasmus O, I'm sure, is going to issue a warning to the seconds taking too long in the ring. So referee Erasmus O calls them into action. And the pendulum is going to swing to and fro as usual. Elvis does very well to land a big one. And again, Hamed uses the ropes as his escape plan, preventing himself from falling down. Now tries to work through the guard of Elvis. Elvis now using Hamed as a punching bag a few times, but Hamed almost always bounces back. This time he walks into a big punch. It's a big punch now. Hamed at the receiving end. He looks wobbly on his feet, but strong as he is, he's not down, not just yet. 2 quick shots, those were free shots to the head. And Elvis chasing, trying to work on Hamed now. Hamed at the receiving end. Referee will separate them, but then they will have a go at it again. Big punches by Elvis. This time the guard of Hamed goes up. Stern warning to Elvis for that low blow. And Hamed is still on his feet. A big miss by Hamed. Elvis trying to work on the body now. Hamed gets out of the way. The uppercut misses twice from Elvis. Hamed goes in for a big one but misses. Still, legs look wobbly. That's Hamed Mohammed. Elvis came into the ring 1 pound more than Hamed at 166. Hamed times a big one, but Elvis threw a hand and he got in the way. And the round ends. So this bout is definitely scheduled for all 6 rounds.
Yeah, Hamed still taking some punishment in the ring. And of course, we've seen it over and over throughout the whole rounds. It's been a dominant performance from Elvis Ahorgah there. Straight punch into the face of Hamed again. But one thing that I've seen from Elvis Ahorgah is that anytime he goes for a combination punch, he goes for a power punch, he cannot follow up with those power punches, 2-3 power punches. And I'm sure he needs to work on that. He's lacking a little much more energy. He needs to be a little more quick with his punches. He needs to, release those power punches. But come on, he's been landing some big punches. How on earth is Hamed Mohammed still standing on his feet? I don't know. But he seems to be a brave heart. He seems to have a very good chin. And that is what is making him survive all the rounds.
Seconds out. Round 6 and the final round.
So here we go. The 2 boxers touch gloves. They have 3 minutes to endear themselves to the crowd. Hamed seems to have a very good following, and they keep urging him on. Elvis starts with the big body shots once again. Puts Hamed in the corner. Now working on the head, works on the body as well. Erasmus, steps in! And Hamed has been saved from further punishment.
Amazing performance from Elvis Ahorgah. I mean, this time around, I told you about, adding up with the punches. I mean, you go for one power punch, you need to throw more. You need to get more combination of the power punches. And that's exactly what he has done to end this bout. At a point in time, we're all wondering what else he's going to do to end the bout, but just look at those moves. Brilliant display here. Good boxer, one for the future. One thing he needs to work on is his energy and his movement. He needs to also, have the act of guarding his face. At a point in time, he leaves his face wide open for punches to come at him. But just look at those ferocious punches. Just look at the power punches. Look at his face, very determined. Just one straight point. Big punches. And he's doubling up with those punches. And here, Hamed has no option than to give up here. And he's throwing about 10 combination of power punches just to end the bout. Amazing.
Mohammed Amin Lamte will now give us the scorecard.
Everybody thought the fight was going through the distance, but it ended prematurely in round number 6. So once again, we want to thank you very much for being part of the Ghana Professional Boxing League. This is night number 2, and we've just saw the super middleweight contest over 6 rounds between Elvis, Ahorgah, and Hamed Mohammed. It ended prematurely, and now we have the verdict. Before the verdict, shall we put our hands together once again for the 2 boxes? So we now have the verdicts in round number 6. In 28 seconds, by a technical knockout, a boxer who is making his debut from one of the most interesting gymnasium in Greater Accra. Let's welcome and appreciate Elvis Ahorgah. Elvis, congratulations.
Thank you.
Are you from the water region?
Yeah, it's 50-50.
50-50, but you can speak some Elvis small, right? You can't speak Elvis. Now, you can speak Tree. Now, Elvis, tell us, this is your first time of your professional fight, but your opponent gave you a run for your money.
Yes. It was not easy.
Was it not easy?
Yeah.
So how did you end it in round 6?
I've prepared because once a soldier, always a soldier.
You're a soldier.
My father is a soldier. My uncle is a soldier. My grandfather was a soldier. My brother is a soldier.
Hey, so you behave like a soldier?
Yeah, because I was a barrack boy. That's it.
So the army officers watching us tonight, he has represented you and is living up to the billing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, let me get back to you, Yao. You heard Elvis says that his grandfather was an army officer, his dad army officer, his brother army officer. So he just want to represent, the sanctity, the image of army officers.
Once a soldier, always a soldier.
Very well.
That was the best fight so far. Well done. Let's give him a big round of applause.